I feel like one of those like 1940s lounge singers.
I'm looking back on the day we first met. You were stood staring out in your polka dot dress. I knew you had to be mine. So I threw an apple at your head and claimed you as property. You had no say, but isn't it swell? We can grow old together as I deal with my undiagnosed shock of the shell. Da-ba-dee-dee, da-ba-dee-doo, dee-be-dee-da, a-scooba-dee-doo.
You know, some guys deny their true calling in this world. Definitely not me though, because I was born a hater. And goddamn am I good at it. I'm being deadly serious. I can hate with the best of them. Soldiers coming home to their kids' videos on YouTube? Maybe they should have probably got a better trim before coming home to see the spawn that they abandoned. A guy donating food to the homeless? Oh, okay, putting a temporary band-aid on the issue. I see you. Donating old clothes to Cancer Research UK. You couldn't get them anything new, huh? You think they wanted your dusty ass old sweater? Point is, it comes natural to me. And when I read this headline, I knew I just had to let that dog out of me. A Twitter user decided it'd be a fun idea to track everything she did in 2022 by logging some of her ventures. However, when she shared the results of her log, Twitter users were mortified to discover she only showered 37 times in a year. Let's bust out the calculator right quick. 365 days in a year, yeah? Wait, I don't actually need a calculator. Most months have 30 to 31 days. That means that this woman has showered less than a whole month in a year. And depending on how often and frequently she took these showers, God knows if she took a shower every 1 month, God knows if she took a shower every 3 months, God knows if she took a shower every 6 months. Maybe 10 of those showers were all in the same month. How no one in her life said to her, "You smell," is beyond me. Listen, dude, I shower every single day, sometimes twice a day. And that's on days even when I don't exercise. And sometimes when I sit down wearing shorts, even though I excessively wash, I get a waft of my own balls. So I can't even imagine the unholy concoction her body has formed. She has to have developed bacteria underneath her armpits. It would not shock me if mushrooms and fungi were growing somewhere. Some people took up new hobbies. 2022 was a break from the monotony for many. Years of being stuck indoors for people around the world made 2020 a year where many got out and got adventurous, trying new things and enjoying life any way they could. As such, some people took up new hobbies. One Twitter user decided to log everything she did for a year so people could look back at the year's end. After posting her results to Twitter, users looked through her stats and was shocked by a few of them. But the main one that stands out is that she only showered 37 times in an entire year. Twitter user defends showering 37 times in a year. Of course she did. She's the dirty one. No. I am not at fault for being disgusting. It's all of you who are ignorant. The stats Twitter user Girl posted started off pretty normal, if maybe giving people a little too much information. These stats were listed in order in which her activity she did the most. So she went outside 222 times. That doesn't seem right. Maybe that's why she doesn't shower, because she's a shut-in. That's an incredibly low number. Pooped 194 times. Alright, well these stats are blatantly wrong. No way. Dude, I take a cuck twice a day. Every single day without fail. Socialized 165 times. I'm not sure if that's right either. Do you have a job? You socialize by getting on the bus, love. Worked 137 times. What does she do for a living? Oh my god, she's an escort. There's nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with her. That's actually vile. Imagine hiring a lady of the night and having to flick the doo-doo out of her ass because she doesn't wash her own booty. Took Adderall 126 times. Okay, MGK. Man, I'm such a drug addict. I just can't stop taking these pills. I don't know, I guess I'm just punk rock that way. Drank alcohol 118 times. See, that's crazy. Not because of how much she's drank, I drink a lot too, but she's almost drank more alcohol than she's worked. That is not a good stat. She danced 64 times, had sex 63 times. Does she count that as work, or is this just like partners? Because that should go towards her work stat then. Cried 59 times. Yeah, fair. I cry a lot too. Not because I want to. It's just my dad doesn't really give me much of a choice. Wrote 51, gamed 44, had a good meal 42 times, and showered 37 times. Now here's the mad part, right? So obviously when reading that stat, the majority of Twitter users were absolutely mortified. So instead of dogpiling directly on her, everybody in the comments automatically assumed that she was just forgetful, which should have been your first indication that you're treading on a landmine. When an easy slam dunk roast session is being avoided for your benefit, then you should know what you're doing is insane. Twitter thrives off bullying individuals. It is like throwing meat to a pack of dogs, and they lifted up their noses for you. How could you look a gift horse in the mouth and uppercut it, and instead decide to double down on the fact that you're a smelly boy? Aaliyah defended her lifestyle in the replies and was well aware of what she was doing through the year. Yep, I try not to disturb my natural skin microbiome. If I shower too often, I seem to stink more. I regularly use a bidet and a spot wash my armpits and genitals though. Alright, but the problem with that is, a bidet shoots the ass. So some of the water's still gonna shoot up front to the kitty cat. That means because you don't use soap and water with a bidet, that you're gonna get poop particles all on the front. People saying I do stink more, but I can't smell it. A, sometimes I am in fact stinky and don't care. That's cool for you, love, but everybody else cares. General hygiene is not something you can have a lax attitude towards. So what if I'm fat? I don't care. That's fine. Your fatness doesn't disturb me. But when I'm sat on a bus and you're holding onto the top handle and I'm getting SpongeBob stink lines up to my nose, then it's a problem. And B, when I think I'm not stinky and need to be not stinky, I ask other people if I'm stinky to make sure I'm not nose blind. I don't have a snarky comment to that, but anyone using the word stinky that much makes me uncomfortable. With replies and quote treats that heavily ratio her original tweet. What the f***? You're a news article. Ratio shouldn't be your lexicon of words, asshole. Which is sitting at over 3 million views at the time of writing. It's clear that the internet at large doesn't agree with her. I should hope not. To defend herself further, Aaliyah linked an article about what happened when someone stopped showering entirely. She's pulling out the stats and statistics. Hey Aaliyah, you smell.
Well, actually, I'll have you know, according to science, I am rubber and you are glue. And I, in fact, do not stink, but you do.
I never in a million years want to have the conversation of someone bringing out a spreadsheet to justify why they smell bad. She tries to justify herself further by holding a poll. Most people voted either once a day or more, that's for how often they shower, or once every 2 to 3 days. The vote for once every 7+ days was sitting at 11%. That's actually disturbing that it's even that high. This isn't the first time that she's had this conversation. You can find her full argument in her Twitter thread. No, I don't think I will. Aaliyah, you were part of a vocal minority. You're never ever gonna normalize it. This isn't a bunker hill to die on. Wash your ass. And for you guys watching, wash your ass and subscribe. My name is Dino, and I will see you later. Bye bye.